Now, what is stimming? So when my kid does, that's not socially acceptable. People at large, society at large will alienate and say, oh my God, look what he's doing. You create a structure for your kid. You get the kid mentally preoccupied, not just physically. Rajni from Sashakt Empowering Lives. Yet another time with yet another topic. So, today we're going to talk about a very widely spoken topic, stimming. So many parents struggling with stimming. So many of them having made peace with seeing their kid continuously do a socially inappropriate thing or a stereotype, not liking but making peace with it. Yeah? Now, what is stimming? So much controversy around it. Some say, allow the kid, natural expression. Some say, no, my child will not be accepted. So much of noise around it. So, what is stimming? What can be done about it? Now, before we go any forward, a very quick introduction. My name is Rajni. For those who have joined us for the first time, I'm a special educator, and here on this platform, we talk about everything about effective autism parenting, because I'm not only an educator, I'm a parent to a kid on the spectrum who's now an adult, 21 years old. Yeah? So very quickly, stimming. So STIM is a short form. In itself, there is no word in the dictionary called STIM. It's a created word. Okay, stimming. STIM is a short form for self-stimulatory behavior, which means stimulating oneself. If you further dissect it, it means keeping yourself busy and gainfully employed. Okay, gainfully employed as in preoccupied. Yeah, employed, not the right word, preoccupied. Gainfully preoccupied. Yeah. So if you look at a neurotypical counterpart of a child, in your times, in our times, in my times, I'm like 1976 born. So in our times, we didn't have internet. We didn't even have TV. I think I saw first black and white TV when I was in grade 4. Yeah, we didn't have too many sources of entertainment. So what we did, if you remember, we used to take the small stones. In Hindi, it's called geete. Yeah, so we used to throw and we used to lift like this. Yeah, we used to play all that. Then we would go out. We would keep those, we used to call it pittu. Yeah, I don't know what that's called in English. But as kids, and one stone stacked on top of the other, and there's a ball, and you hit it, and then people run. If you have memories of that, then we used to do hopscotch, which is again drawing on the road with a stone or a chalk, and then going, hopping 1 foot and then 2 foot, and then turn around. And the aim has to be good; it has to fall. So you'll wonder what nonsense is this woman talking? She's talking about stimming. Where is she taking it? Hold on. Then we used to play with all sorts of things. We used to create our own, games. Then there were games like you're, holding hands with another person and you're singing a song, Poshampa, Bhai Poshampa, and children are passing from in between. The songs can be different, but Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. And then at one time, we will block a kid. So we were using our body to amuse ourselves, to stimulate ourselves. What was that? Self-stimulatory behavior. But because it extended beyond the self to other people also, you created a pattern out of it. There was language into it, and you would say, okay, let's play, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, little Flana had a donkey, whatever, and I've forgotten all of that. But we used to do all of that, no? And then ring a roses and run and this and that. We created games to keep ourselves gainfully occupied. Because as human being, what else do you do? We didn't have TV. We didn't have anything. Yeah. So we were busy and we were using the entire body. We were happy. We were drumming, like this and other things. Now, a neurotypical is allowed to self-stimulate because he can use a lot of words and he can involve other people and he can make it into a rule and he can give it a name and he can say, let us play this game. And other children will come and they will play and it becomes socially acceptable. Isn't this a form of stimming? This is also stimming, isn't it? Right? I'm just breaking it down into logical things. So when my kid does, that's not socially acceptable, but this is. Yeah, because it is accompanied with language. Aaja na wo wala khelte hain. Come, let's play that. Lots of language, and then you are saying, so that's okay, but this is not. Yeah, such is our society. So strange. Your child is not doing anything different. Children were doing this when they didn't have the television. Today's children don't do it. Why? They have the internet, they have the television, they have other means of occupying themselves, gainfully preoccupying themselves, occupying themselves. So they're not doing all of those. But isn't that also stimming? Now you're stimming with your thumb. You're scrolling it up, the Instagram, you're stimming with your fingers. That's also stimming now. You're gainfully keeping yourself busy. That's what our children are doing. Now, when I say this, I don't mean that you have to accept it, because this explanation which I have given to you, you cannot go and give to every other person that, listen, my child is doing right, you don't, say this. No. People at large, society at large will alienate and say, oh my God, look what he's doing. What strange, crazy things he's doing like this. Yeah, or unnecessary talking this person is doing. Yeah, inni, mini, miny, mo, little donkey, had a whatever is also verbal stimming. It is. But that's acceptable. But when your child is saying, marne gaya tha, ye kiya tha, wo kiya tha, isne aisa kiya tha, that is not acceptable. And you can't go around telling people. So what is the solution? Let's come to the solution. When we as children were playing pittu or gite or whatever that was called, hopscotch, and mummy would give one crisp call from the kitchen. Jaldi se andar aao, ye karo, wo karo, khana khao. Would we still continue to do that? No. We'd drop everything, we'd run, and whatever was told we would do. At least that's how I have grown up in our 70s. Yeah? And that's how I think it's the same way with you also. So my stimming as a kid took a stop when I was called to be gainfully occupied elsewhere by an adult. Are you trying to understand how I am connecting? Yeah. So if you don't want your kid to sit here and do, because their incidental learning is less, they don't know how to take a ball, throw it to the wall, catch it, throw it to the wall, catch it. Nobody taught them. So they're looking at their fingers like this and they're stimming. They're passing their time. So just like Rajni stopped passing her time, kept it and ran because mommy has called. What did mommy do at that time to a neurotypical? She created a structure. Lay the table. Your bed is dirty, clean it. At least in our houses, that's how it used to work. We didn't have too many servants to do it. My father being an army officer, we had a lot of workforce, but he was very clear. And these things the workforce will not do. You will do. So that's how we were trained. And thank God for that. Yeah, so we didn't become complacent. We worked at it. So when my mother chopped the vegetables and gave me, make sure you have finished your homework, this, that, tak. I'm not doing this. Yeah, my stimming is gone. Now let us translate it into a neurodiverse kid. You don't want your kid to do or this or some talking nonsense. Yeah? What do? You become Rajni's mummy and give a crisp call like she was given. Yeah, not literally so, I'm just joking. What do? You create a structure for your kid. You get the kid mentally preoccupied, not just physically. Because the kid can still verbally sing and continue to talk something. If he's just doing some work which he is very good at doing, it doesn't have to concentrate. Just like you and me still in the kitchen, we'll chop vegetables and hum a song because we can do both the things together. But if I'm handling the oven and it's hot and it's complex, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hum and sing when I pull out from the kitchen, from the OTG, the cake. I'll be careful so I don't burn myself, right? Same way, structure your kids' day. Let them do a little bit of complicated things, okay? So that the child is not stimming and further getting involved in his own world. Because what happens is the minute you get into a stim or a self-stimulation, any stimulation from the outside world stops to come in. Then you're busy. Then you're not learning from outside world. Your incidental learning takes a stop and acquired learning also isn't happening. So we don't want that to happen. Over a period of time, it will become a rigid pattern and that will cause further trouble. So we're not interested in that, right? So what do? Structure the child's day. In my previous video, where I spoke about how to structure the child's day. So take cards, put them up, get the kid to do. First of all, you know your child better. If you know your child better, it's much easier for you to assess what is it that the child needs to do. And then do the behavior correction. I've done dozens of, maybe more, scores of behavior correction videos, and you will find them all on this platform. Yeah. So behavior correct the child so that the child is in instructional control. Once the child is in instructional control, then it becomes so much easier for you to give the child an instruction peacefully, lovingly, no shouting, no fighting, no biting, no eating, all of that. And get the kid to accomplish what you want them to accomplish. For as long as you keep them busy, they'll stay away from stimming. Yeah. Now, the next question that you would ask is, how am I supposed to keep the kid busy 24/7? For that, we will then talk about in our next video about leisure time management, because neither do I want nor can I give you an answer that how a parent will stand on the head of the kid and get the kid to continue to do something over a period of time, repeatedly, just by standing on the head. And the minute you're not there on the head, the child begins to stim. No. That's when the concept of leisure time management comes in. We'll talk about that in the next session. I hope this information was valuable. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, press the notification button. If you want to learn more scientifically, technically about autism and how it can be helped and your child helped, go to the description. You'll find the link to our YouTube and Instagram live. That happens 7 to 7:30 p.m. every week, Tuesdays. And our Autism Masterclass, that happens every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. May East Gateway.